again, you don't really put them on great CT sides. They've done well in CT this tournament, mostly because they've been basically playing out of their minds individually, and that's very important always. So that's actually been filling the gaps for them. So we'll have to see what they go for here. So it looks like they're actually quite spread out at the moment. They're not really playing the standard A retake strategy. They're not really stacked anywhere, not going for any aggression. Very passive stuff from them indeed. Playing reactively, and well, we're going to see Spiley already picking up a frag, and things are going well on the long ranges here with the USPs, but mousesports, they're up close, personal with the Glocks. They're going to get the bomb planted in a 3-on-3 now. So this looks pretty good for mousesports. The guaranteed bomb plant is always a win as the T side.
Yeah, and they didn't pick up the kit by NKL, so this is going to be tough. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Next just spamming away, but not able to get the kill. Victor's going to pick up that one. And then
team kill.
Dreamer with a team kill onto Victor. Oh my god, that's horrible. Gobby not able to win that 1v1, but oh, the kit is going to be there. So, yep, it's going to be an easy defuse. And E-Frag up and running on the CT side of Cash. Exactly what they needed, Henry.
I think so. Yesterday we saw E-Frag actually stack B on their pistol yesterday. Where we talk a lot about the B rushes on pistol at the moment. It seems to be the most viable, but a lot of the mind games there are so strong right now. A lot of teams actually going towards A a lot more just to kind of counter that setup. So E-Frag yesterday, they stacked 3 people towards B. This time they did a much more passive setup. I think they're just going to try and gain some information, allowing teams to come into the bomb site and counting on the retake of itself. But now we can see mousesports reacting and going for a fast B entry themselves. So this could be interesting to see how it goes down. It is a force buy for mousesports. Scouts are out as well. Chris J, one of the most formidable scout players in the entire planet. So then it's opening the frag as well. There is an AK-47 with an AK as well. So nice little force buy for them. There is a reaction. And here we go then. Dreamer responding. 4-on-4.
Oh, this is not going quite as well as it could have actually gone. They had the Molotovs to work with as well to try to like deposition these CTs. They had nice positioning into checkers. The first kill, but now it's starting to just fall away from them. However, we are going to get some frags. So 3 versus 2. Bomb is actually able to go either B or A at the moment. So mousesports, if they make a real smart call, they can really play the rotation, but in trying to do so, they're going to lose up on players here. We just have one man left. It's Spitty, and of course he does have the bomb as well. He's got just under a minute to play with. So he can actually make this work, but it's going to be very, very hard. But he gets the one-on-ones. That's what he needs.
Yeah, exactly right. They've got to
look at the map control, right? From the other CT and pushed A. He must know that he's coming B. He's pushed all the way into A, so
yeah,
it's the obvious thing.
The info's going to be there. It's academic anyway. Victor doesn't get that kill, and even though Mouse were able to pick up 3 kills there, it wasn't, as Dan said, they were in a very good position at one point, especially with those Molotovs that they had.
Yeah, I think like right at the start of the round, that looked like they should have been able to do that.
Dan, you're making a lot. Oh, yeah, they're force buying again. But Dan, you're making a lot of videos about these strategies, and the most common thing in this scenario is to buy Tech-9s and do a full execute onto A.
Yeah, a simple execute onto A.
How would you feel like? How would you guys feel that would have worked instead?
Well, it always feels to me, if you just do that one pop flash execute, you're almost guaranteed to get the bomb down. It just seems to happen all the time.
It's just the running gun factor with the Tech-9 is so strong right now, and I think this is going to be pretty much what we're expecting. They have force ball here, Tech-9 down. That's exactly what we're talking about. CTs find it so hard when you get swarmed, and it's stifling from the Ts. When you get onto the bomb side, we can see NKL is absolutely knackered there when he comes onto the bomb side. It's so hard to watch when you see it go down. The smokes come down, the pop flashes come out, and when you only have a FAMAS and a lack of utility as well, it's really, really difficult. Envious defined this strategy, and they did it so well, and you see almost every team mirroring it now.
How do they survive 5 players here?
I don't know. That's kind of
4
crazy.
Players. Okay, 3 players.
Stop talking.
And next is Chris J. have collectively 10 HP. But the thing about a round like this is that one of the reasons why, to answer your question about that, like one of the reasons why the A execute so good is that you can kind of almost guarantee the A plant. And once you've done that, of course, to also help you get that, you can have like the cool pop flashes towards MBK and so on. So you can deal the faster danger positions and get the bomb down. And once you've done that, usually in a round like that, you want to get economic damage on the CT. So you actually get the bomb down. That forces them to come into you, and you play defensively on these angles. That's a nice way to get CT damage on their economy. But we just saw them win the round, so that works as well.
What is this from E-Frag? This is very interesting.
Oh no, why? This is terrible. Why would they do this?
Yeah, but you say this is terrible. This is E-Frag.
I mean, the thing is, right, is that
look at mousesports weapons. It's not impossible, right? Yeah. I mean, they have 2 UMPs, a FAMAS, and 2 M4s.
It's definitely possible. If E-Frag loses this one, it's actually almost better for mousesports than winning the pistol, because they're going to be on full eco after this.
Survival, there are quite a lot of players, like 3 players in the previous round. So their economy, like if they won with like 1 player, okay, they they get reset after they lose this round guaranteed. But now all mousesports really have to do is just get the bomb down, and they can get the bomb. They can get the buyout regardless. And if eFrag don't survive with almost everybody, they still have a terrible buy.
Yeah.
So their odds to win and on a longer term are still crippled. So that they need something massive here individually to make this work.
And a quick comment about NKL in that last round. We saw him being full blinded for like 5 seconds. Is when they do this kind of execute is they throw the smokes, and as an A-side player, you know that flash might be coming, but in case you don't watch it, maybe 3 Tech-9s jump through and you're dead as well. So if you watch it, you maybe get full blinded and you die. If you don't watch it,
you get shot in the back.
Yeah. So it's like, it's GG, it's ripped. That's why
That's what I'm saying. The A execute there is just so brutal. But while that's been going on, you can see that mousesports still only got 2 people standing. It's all going to be on Dreamer. I heard a rumor they could still win this round, Cadian.
This one seems tough though, but he has a kid. He has a kid.
Tall order, even, but you're absolutely right. The kit's going to be a factor if you can get a quick kill here. Which, he's going to be struggling. He's going to be taken down.
So
Next is spamming away with a Tech-9 in his next. The henchman, he's going to get the kill.
All right.
2-2.
The fun thing is, you think he's out of ammo soon, right? But he's not.
I have a question for you, Katie. You've been asking questions of us. Why is it that teams don't respect their buy rounds on maps where the CT side is favorable?
So you mean like upgrading weapons and stuff?
So, I mean, like, why do they go for the force buys instead of investing in saving to get their buy rounds out?
Like, the thing is, in these kind of maps, you sometimes get scared that if they get like 40 rounds, you feel like it's GG sometimes.
Yep.
So it depends so much, because when we were playing and we were losing big on mousesports, we at some point admitted, okay, playing with 4 M4s and 1 AVP and the way that we're playing, it's not going to work. So at this point, we cannot do these force buy with pharmacists and stuff anymore. We need to get a double orb.
I actually can't believe what I'm seeing right now. So
Yeah, but this is awful. I kind of feel like this is awful.
This is I'm trying to find a PG adjective for this, but it's.
I think I've already pushed us past that.
This is just terrible right now. eFrag get themselves in such a financial deficit, they won't even be able to get back into this game.
No, but I like, okay? If you finally do these kind of buys, stack a bump side. And if they don't go for that side, you have them again next round. But I mean, like they did last round, playing.
Dreamers woke up,
baby. Okay, so all of a sudden,
now we seem stupid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
eFrag noobs buying like
everyone's
this.
like, oh my god, such bad analysis. You want to think so lucky I didn't say that.
Yeah, as I said,
Broadcast would have been shut down. Yeah, Henry said it's okay.
That's so typical. I mean, that's so typical. I still don't think it was a clever thing to do. But
I think
sometimes
but this is the thing. Analysis is about the percentages.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything's a good idea when it works.
Yeah.
You just because something doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thing to do. Right?
Okay, so the best thing about this, right, is that if you want to be an analyst, go study poker, because poker is about the percentages and you don't get anything else. There's no executional elements there. It's all about the percentages. But I just want to say, are we watching Envious right now? I thought Envious stopped playing the game.
Turns out they're back. They're back and they're Bulgarian.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say they're slightly bigger as well.
But with
some big old boys on the eFrag team.
With these kind of force buys, they still need to drop 2 weapons, which means the economy is still going to be insanely low. So one correct call from Gobi right now.
Yeah.
mousesports is going to be sitting in a 4 or 5 rounds, going to have the economical advantage. It's going to look insanely bad for them.
Well, it's going to be mousesports' turn to pull.
Boost.
Yeah, to pull the eFrag force buy
Chris,
out of
come
it.
on.
Oh, come on, Chris.
That movement, bruh.
Think he's got banana skins on his feet.
This is awkward, right?
There we go. He's recovered. I like this boost. It's like the high risk kind of. It doesn't normally pay off. Like you have to waste a lot of time getting up there. A lot of teams are aware of it, but when it does work, it looks amazing.
He failed his Molotov onto the vents though.
I mean, right now we saw the 1-3-1 opening from eFrag, so that's very strong mid. It's very good against fast mid takes. mousesports didn't go for that. They're playing a slow round, and this is nice. Next is going kind of the lurks, trying to take control of checkers. He's got support as well, and this really can wreck this strategy from eFrag, because once you get checkers control, you put so much pressure on B, you eliminate a player, that actually forces mid to be completely open now. So mousesports can take mid right now and then make the call. Do we go A, do we go B, do we boost someone through the vents to go mid? They can do anything right now and eFrag won't know about it. So mousesports have a massive advantage here to play with.
So Chris J does pick up the kill there as well. And you're right, Dan, this advantage is only getting stretched further and further. Next able to get that rifle, and he's going to get a headshot with it onto Dreamer. So the 2 titans of their respective teams going head to head. Next getting the better of it. Victor gets that kill, and Spiley is just going to have to save this gun and hope that Mouse don't hunt him down.
All right, I just want to make a really quick point here, right?
Yeah.
So this round, mousesports created a spot where they could get a strategical advantage.
Yep.
But all they did was they took like an individual advantage. They actually kept peeking. They kept going for one-on-ones in a spot where they already had the man-up advantage and they had the ability to take positional advantages as well. But they decided just to ignore middle and to go for more picks. If Chris J loses that pick on A main, and he went down to 10 HP by the way, one more bullet would have done it, then boom, they're on 4-on-4, and they still didn't take that advantage in that window, they didn't capitalize. So now the CTs would then get a way back into the round. So mousesports, despite getting that opening, playing the opening right, they didn't play the mid-round right, in my opinion.
Question for Henry.
Yes.
As an in-game leader,
Yep.
when the CTs lose their intro kill,
Yep.
you're down 4 against 5.
Yes.
There's some different scenarios and some different approaches that you can have.
Right.
One of them is to slowly gain map control so that you know that you're going to be stacking the right bump side. The other one is for example to just stick with where the people are and hope for them to be able to cover it by themselves.
Sure. So
How do you feel that, what kind of approaches is best for what kind of situations?
As soon as you lose positional control in certain areas, say a man gets taken down, I like to counter that by pushing another area of the map. As soon as you've lost a man down, you know you still have the strong arms. Say we're playing Dust 2, a guy gets taken down long, I like to call 2 players in B to push into B tunnels and get a frag at that position. I think that's the only way to counter it. You can take the risk, it's obviously very situational, but I like to gain controls in other parts of the map and bank on the kill and where you have advantages and get yourself back into the grander scheme of things, which is the round. So that's my response to that.
It wins you the stack. If you win the info play, get a guy in B toxic or A main.
So at least neutralize.
Boom, they can stack everyone else elsewhere.
Yeah,
that's why I like to employ. Yeah. It was all about map control. If you lose it somewhere, you need to gain control some other place.
Oh, I know what else you like, Henry. The Swag 7.
I hate it, but yeah.
And there's Bubble with that opening kill from the vents. Revenge. Taken by Dennis. Great headshot from Dreamer. Not a surprise to say that, but Nex is going to answer back immediately. Their personal duel now go in favour of Nex, and Gobby and Dennis are going to make this round that looked like it was about to deliver some promise.
Yeah,
a lot more
force
sure
once again, right? Force once again.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course, yeah.
This anti-eco, I'm going to go for P, guys. Be right back.
I'm going as well.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Henry, it's the dream team. Come back in.
The controversial team.
The controversial team. Okay. So anyway, there I was bullying all my fellow co-casters. You'll never guess what happened, Henry. There's this thing called Twitter.
Okay, so going in to the 8th round, we have finally a full eco. Well, we have PT50s from the EFRAG team.
It's about time. Although I've got to say, fair play, it's been tit for tat here on Cash so far.
It has. They've actually done very well to make the best of what they have been buying, but I actually respect their decision here now. It's not too far gone to take the decision. It could have been, whether they had forced this round, it might have been a very difficult situation and almost impossible for them to get back into the game. This time they're taking stock, evaluating the situation, and maybe now they can get an AWP and start moving him around, get the picks, and start controlling the beginning of rounds themselves. This should be an almost throwaway for mousesports. It should be very easy for them to get the opening frag, decide what bombs have to go to. Right now they're ascertaining what's going on.
Oh, well, you're talking about open frags, and it is just Dennis, but Dreamer's going to take down next. Goby's going to pick up that AK. Chris J's going to get on, and then boom. They just collided like meteors, if meteors do that.
They do sometimes. But this is when you have to work out now for EFRAG. Yet again, they could get a glass cannon AWP. Bubble, we know, can be very handy with it. And there it is. He's taken it. And this probably is a good decision. They can move him towards B by himself. They can set up an anchor on that bomb site. Yeah. That would work for them right now. That would be a nice decision. He can go for the opening flare. They can probably boost someone up in the defense. And then they have control over middle, and they have B on complete lockdown. So they finally have some sort of entry into the rounds instead of forcing out situations. But
well,
here we go.
This is new, a little bit more aggressive here from EFRAG, pushing out that B area. And again, doing what you have to do. They've got that kill, and now they're going to drop back and hold the bomb site. Now they have that numerical advantage. Good discipline from EFRAG. Perhaps hasn't been happening enough for them. So Mouse are going to try and react to what's happening here. You can see the bombs just in that mid area. They haven't really committed to a side yet, but it looks like we've got somebody coming from the A area to join them. That's going to be Chris J. And are they going to boost him here? Yes, they are. They're going to boost him up into that mid area. They're going to try and get a counter pick, so to speak. And see Chris J just trying to get that angle to peek into main. Nobody home.
Yeah, this is the reaction from the terrorists now. Yeah. Very aggressive start from EFRAG. They knew on the back foot in terms of equipment buys, so they had to push into the B storage area, get that first frag. As soon as they got it, perfect result. Fall back and go back to the 2-1-2 split. and make sure you can keep the AWP there on lockdown. And then all of a sudden, our co-casters are back.
Co-casters back, yeah. Well, you come back from the toilet at the same time. We'll talk about that in a minute. NKL's going to get that kill on the Dennis. And Gobby's going to answer back. Production just got to stop the bullying in my ear.
Question is, what were me and Daniel doing out there, right?
Well, guys, look, you know, it could be drugs, I guess. Maybe.
Oh, no. Please don't do that.
I won't bring you into this, mate. You're still on trial. I better not.
SK is just watching this and like, this guy's not going to get the contract. Nope.
We didn't like Richard Lewis to begin with, but he's a bad influence on Cadian. Anyway, you can see what happened there. The CTs were able to shut down
guys, to catch you up on that one, E-Frag on a very limited buy, pushed the B storage area together, got the first frag, moved back, and it was great for them. We didn't want to let Richard cast anymore, but
so we have a really fast mid play.
Oh,
okay, so the fast trade's coming in on mid. So 4 versus 3. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the round. That's usually a huge deal for if you're a caller on the T side. You're like, guys, we can take the map control, we can slow this down. Right now the CTs have no opportunity to either take map control. If they try to do that, they're going for a huge risk. They play into us on the trades.
But this is just what we talked about.
Yep,
Bubble
exactly.
going for the map information with peeking aggressively into B. Now he knows that B is kind of clear. He pulls into a more passive position, but he could get called from the vents. That's the big question. And a 3-on-3 situation is doable. If I were him now, I would play passive and CT, get the first kill,
that's the
and
thing.
then be
He
advantage.
needs information without dying, right? Especially when they can go to any sort of bomb site they like. But Chris J takes down Dream, one of the strongest players, and it's all going to come down to Bubble now. Will he be able to hold off this force onto the bomb site now? Takes down one.
Great headshot on the next there. So now he's got to peek into that checkers area. He's trying to time it while blind. He knows he's getting pushed. He's got to get another kill here, surely. Is he able to do it? No, he's not. Chris J's going to get that kill. So 2-on-1 situation. NKL though has rotated, doesn't get the kill. Chris J is going to win it for mousesports 6-4.
That's a really hard spot because you go 3-on-3 with CT. You got your so you have your A guy, your B guy, and you have the mid guy. So the mid guy is the real issue here because when he goes for he needs to go for the info. I don't know. I didn't actually see what he did there, but he died straight away. And so either he went for the info and just got completely smacked down, or
we're
he
talking
went
about
for
the
a
B player holding. Sorry.
I know the mid guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right,
because the mid guy is able to give Bubble relief there. If he gets the info, he can rotate and give Bubble relief.
The thing with Bubble there in that situation, he got one, and we were talking about he needs to fall back dive up or a CT spawn, go for that first shot and allow his teammate to rotate back in. As soon as he commits to the bomb site, it's such a 50-50 situation. Like as soon as he misses that first shot like he did, he's dead. He fell back to headshot and he's just done for. If he had a CT spawn, you can take one shot, wait for the cavalry to come, and at least you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, I feel like going for map control on mid in that situation is not the right decision.
Yeah.
When you're 3-on-3 on CT, normally you would be like it's adventurous for the terrorist, but in so late into the round when the terrorists don't have a lot of grenades, I feel like you can get easy picks and just hide.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah. So let's see. Next gen smoke by Speedy.
Dreamer doing what he does best, takes 2 frags with the FAMAS, and all of a sudden you have to bank this in the favour of mousesports. They've got 3 people swarming onto the bomb site. Retake, Spidey, they're coming in from the vents. He will be disposed of by Dennis.
And now
box. NKL, your final man, with a dream in the bag. Can he do anything with this? I don't think he can.
A dream, brother.
Ooh! Back. You just know the Twitch chat right now. Right? That guy's not legit. Let's see. He doesn't have a diffuse kit, so I mean, this round is already lost. He should just save.
Yeah.
When you don't have a kit in this situation, just run away.
There we go. He's had you.
Oops. Sorry, I'm. Yeah. Mute the casters. He's listening. One guy is checkers in vents. He's saving the AWP. Go hunt him, bro. Let's see if he's going. Okay, he can't hear me. Okay. God damn it, guys, don't even start.
We're safe, mate. We're safe.
Okay, so Cash is one of the maps that I feel like can be kind of even a lot of the times.
I agree. I think it balances it around 54% in favour of CT. So as long as you have a very good tactical approach to the terrorist side, it's not like it's a complete whitewash every time. There's definitely rounds available. As long as you approach and ascertain what the CTs are doing correctly, you can get rounds quite easily. Now we're in the situation where mousesports are running away with it slightly. 7-4. This is almost very good for half of them already. Anything else is going to be perfect because they've got a map already in the bag, and the pressure's not on them, and they know E-Frag needs to get it back in this with very audacious buys. We can see now NKL is the only guy with a rifle whatsoever. They actually haven't force buyed though. Once in their this series, they haven't actually gone for the full force buy. They're hitting the rifle and allowing the other guys to get pizza 50, see if they can make anything of it.
But he should save it again now. Like he should
absolutely.
Oh, come on, get the head.
Oh,
Got be 10 cents back.
If he dies
Sorry,
now,
man, I got a bit upset.
get there.
if he dies now, he's a moron. If he dies now, he's a moron. Really.
That's one of those spots where you like you die and like, oh god, I hope that they weren't specking me right now.
Yeah,
It's
it's one of those, isn't it, mate?
But okay, explain me, Henry.
Yeah.
He's 1 against 4.
He's got a
He was
question for
the
you.
only guy on the TT side having a weapon. He doesn't have a defuse kit. There's no way that that guy's going to win the round. And look at the mousesports economy. I don't think he's going to do enough damage for it to be
think
worth
the
it.
amount of time was like 40 seconds left on the clock. He probably accepted that situation. He's like, even if I do stay alive with the last man, they're going to hunt me down at some point, right? He might as well try to have done something.
That's what we want to think, at least.
Yeah, but he still had it. It's not like he's on full eco now. He had
Yeah,
4-3 in the bank at this stage. I guess he's just thinking there's not going to be enough time to save. And this is what they did before. This is the last time EFrag went around, getting the very aggressive push into A storage, and they're actually making frags there as well. This is the perfect time to fall back. Making 2 frags, don't die. Your player will be coming from Squeak at this point. You're trying to counter you. Dennis takes down Spy Leader, and now a 3-on-3. But the CTs have the advantage now. They've got information as to where the T's are, need to hold the positions, force to plan and work together.
And they have a smoke down as well between Toxic and the Red Container, so they're going to go for it. Chris J does get the frag onto Dreamer, so that's a great entry to try to make this round happen, to get the bomb planted as well. Fire down, Victor goes close, goes for the spray against both players. It's now just Nex who needs to clutch against
Vintage
2.
Vector, but they're up against the German monster. Here comes Nex. What's he going to be able to do? Goes for that pop flash into the smoke, and he knows that...
He's searching the duels. He needs to get a
exactly.
one-on-one right now.
He needs to get a 1v1. Is he going to get one there? No, he wasn't expecting Victor to be there. And Victor does pick up his 3rd kill of the round. Absolute lockdown on A, and EFrag really needed that.
So finally they kind of change up, at least from what I've seen, the CT side.
Yeah.
They do this double aggressive push into A main, leaving Dreamer still alive on the A bomb side as hiding. Unfortunately, the Dreamer gets taken out, but the idea was there. I kind of feel like it was the right call.
That's the point I've been trying to make. When you're far behind in the economy, you need to bring the game to you. You need to find something. You need to see a weakness, exploit it. If they're only sending 1 guy to A storage, you guys can push 2 in there, get the first frag and fall back. All of a sudden, the economy isn't really a factor in that situation. Their tactics out the window. So that's what they've been trying to do, get that first man advantage. And they actually have mousesports against the ropes now.
The cool thing there actually in that spot is that mousesports predicted it. They threw the flash, which is supposed to blow up a fast push aggression from the CTs, but the flash went too deep, and the timing was a little bit too early. And that's actually a very common thing. It's a good way to try to blow up that strat. A lot of teams do that. Sometimes they do the underhanded flash to make sure that if the CTs push, they get flashed. But they messed it up, and the CTs got the frag still. So.
And speaking of frags, that was Bubble opening up for EFrag with that push there outside of B. And next. Answers back on him, and then Spy Leader pops up with a little double. So, all of a sudden, mousesports have only got 2 against 4, and as Henry says, right now, it is EFrag sort of taking it to mousesports. Is it going to be too little too late? Just to recap, mousesports already have the first map in the bag, and of course, the team that wins this is going to be through into the grand final. So, EFrag are fighting for that
Bad
right
plant,
now.
though. It's he had to plant it hidden, and that's really unfortunate. There's no way that... that Nex can actually see that bomb unless it goes onto the bomb site.
If Nex can just get a
Oh
couple
my
of
God.
kills here,
Oh,
baby! It all
So
happened
close.
so fast.
Everyone wanted to start screaming in that situation.
I know, yeah. Hopefully someone makes a clip of that. The quad orgasm. The quadgasm.
But there we go. The
Has
round
occurred.
is neutralised, and EFrag, the right team to win it after that situation, I think, after they get the first initial frag.
in some way, it doesn't matter, but it's still interesting to point out that Speedy is going 2 kills and 10 deaths in an 8-6 half at the moment. I mean, that's kind of unusual for a player of his level, right?
Yeah.
What was the score? Sorry, 2 to
10.
Wow, that
Yeah,
is
at this
kinda
moment,
weird.
it's kind of weird.
Especially when you're winning the half as well.
Yeah,
You'd expect
exactly.
most guys to be keeping a level head, or one person extremely stepping it up. But here we go then. We go into the final round of the first half. mousesports 8, EFrag 6. Looking to get their 7th round here. You can see the economy has been effective for both teams. Famous is on the CTs. Tech9's going into the bomb
got away
site.
with that. But yeah, he's managed to get the kill. Victor's going to get another one. So far, so good on this A lockdown, and their stream are going to come round on the rotate, pick up a couple of kills. It's all going to be on Speedy with the Tech9. Tall order, but no matter what happens, his team have won the half 8-7. And good day at the office so far for mousesports. EFrag coming back into it towards the end.
I'm surprised. They did so many force buys. I don't think that mousesports would be happy with this kind of a result. They should have had a lot more rounds.
I think you're absolutely right there. They had so much momentum in their favour, and they were actually wrecking the economy of E-Frag. So many force buys, and some of the rounds they lost were not almost silly, but it was actually ones they kind of banked on winning, and they thought, okay, this is a round we just need to take slowly. Lost the frags to like Dreamer getting 5-7 kills out of nowhere, and those are very frustrating times. Even though you win the half, you keep thinking we could have easily got 10 there, right?
Yeah.
So like 8-7, we talked about this being a CT side. Mouse was winning the half. They have got a map in the bag as well. So obviously this is
and of course one factor we haven't talked so much about in this tie, and we've talked about it all day yesterday, so it's sort of strange it's escaped us. I think it's because of you asking all your philosophical questions, mate. But E-Frag, of course, have got a T side coming up, and that's where they're notoriously brutal.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, you want a 10-5 on CT against E-Frag.
Do you want to say it? Because otherwise I'm talking bollocks, mate.
No, go for it.
Want to repeat it?
No.
Say what I said again. It'll be on.
I don't know. I don't want to legitimize you, Richard. I don't want to ruin things.
You sound like my dad.
How is it?
But yeah, that's a very good point. Like, Mouse Sports are going to be on high alert because they know E-Frag are notorious for crazy T sides, and the thing is, they can be gambly, but let's see, the gambles are on point.
Well, so far so good. Victor with that opening headshot on Dennis. So next, we know he's good with pistols, but Victor's going to pick up 2. So Spiley, to make a nuisance of himself in mid, he's going to get another kill. All of a sudden, it's just Spiddy and Gobby left for mousesports, but Gobby it is who's picking up a couple of kills here to make it a 2v3 situation. And while Spiddy goes down highway, Gobby is making his way onto the A-bomb site. It is going to be Spiddy gets that kill. Gobby's going to get that kill as well. Now Dreamer's in main. Looks like he's going to be able to hold his nerve here. What's the time like? And Spiddy's going to get that kill. They've got it. They've got their deep views from nowhere. Mousesports are going to win that pistol round when it should have been E-Frags.
I have to say, we saw some of Gob's kills on the second run, and one of them was a one-shot, and they were absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So you can say that
he's back, baby.
He single-handedly won them.
No doubt, man.
So Speedy actually doubles his frags in the first half.
That's not
in
bad.
The first round and the second, right? That's pretty good. If you
that is amazing.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
And guess what? Even though the bomb plant, even though everything, of course, the force by E-Frag. No surprise. No surprise.
I guess on cash it's a lot more viable. We've seen how destructive it can be. They're obviously going towards the A site, and they've got the Tech 9s. We've got a little bit of utility as well, and a Molotov, so they can flush out some of the situations. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this round. We know how hard it is to hold off. 2 CTs there. Speedy does go take down Victor. Dennis goes down the hand of Bubble. The bomb now going down 4 on 4.
Yeah, the umps are out though,
but they have no
UMPs.
No
are
utility.
in charge.
This is lost. It is lost unless they make something absolutely insane because they have no utility, no grenades.
Oh my god! That was disgusting.
God, absolutely berserk. The Dreamer must awaken.
And don't you tell me that he's this calm after a round like that.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
The dream becomes a nightmare for
Mousesports. I like it. Headline right there, Henry.
He had 14 HP and he does 3 headshots with the Tech 9.
Wow.
Man's a beast, isn't he?
We knew, like, as soon as they forced up on that round, I kind of knew that was going down as well. As soon as we questioned it, like, they forced ball again. Every time we kind of go against that idea, they seem to win the round. So fair play to them. They take a couple of Famouses away from that round as well, and the AKs. And we can see Mousesports forced by themselves. Chris J, we talked about how strong he is with the scout. Dreamer taking down Speedy. And now you have to favour E-Frag. They seem to be making frags all over the place, but Chris J answers back, takes down Bubble. And now E-Frag still have the advantage for Chris J. He is the most formidable player with the scout in Europe. He can make this happen. The bomb is still down towards the T-spawn area, and this is going to unravel fairly soon.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. You can see that E-Frag are going to be rotating towards that B area. Chris J, as you rightly said, Henry, has got the scout. We know he can do damage with it, but so far he's down to 34 HP. So it's all about this next kill. He is going to get some action. Spiley's going to get taken down, and you can see Chris J, that's the unfortunate timing. He just had to look towards Vents, and that's going to be the window of opportunity E-Frag need to tie this up 9 rounds to 9. And all of a sudden we got a game on our hands, gentlemen.
Yeah, the key thing for E-Frag in this round is they know that they're going to win this round 100% of the time, but
100% of the time.
Okay, let's say 95% of the time. But the key thing is how many guys are going to survive, because they need to build up that bank to be able to force down the CT economy. And you need to be having a great self-control to just make sure that you don't overpeak, you don't hunt the stats in these rounds.
It's the discipline factor, you know, especially at this stage of the tournament. You have to have full control of your team. You need to know where they are, where your teammates are. If you go in for a situation, you need to be relying on your teammate to get that frag back and know he has it. So a lot of teams will make that mistake.
So who is Mr. Miyagi in this situation?
What, in terms for E-frag?
Yes.
Do you want me to name someone
we were talking about the Karate Kid? Why is Mr. Miyagi come to the party, Dan?
Well, he's the one.
We're talking about discipline.
Oh,
I understand the question.
I would have said, who's the dominatrix? That's what I would have said.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
And I don't know what any of that means, so I'll just be quiet.
Mate, I'm pretty sure you know what a dominatrix is, mate.
As always,
a Matrix man.
No, well, I'll tell you about it
the
afterwards.
sex appeal.
You're 20 now, mate. It's about time you found out.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
He's got his 21st for that.
Yeah, you actually do, legally.
yeah, all right. In 11 months, you're going to love it.
And they've done it, guys, pretty much. Yeah, they've done it.
So look at that bank now. Like, they're all going to be sitting like 8, 9, 10K maybe even. Like, it's just absolutely insane. They can buy at least 2 rounds in a row. If they get some bump plans, maybe 3.
This is the problem, okay? When you're on this, you're going into the CT half. You know, you've got a map in the bag. You are the stronger team. You go into the first gun round with a full. It's not a force play. You've got the glass cannon orb. You have no incendiaries to hold the terrorist off. I would have called to go for the full eco and play the round off like that, and you can actually have a full buy going in and play the CT advantage, and then try and work the percentages. Mousesports have gone in with Chris J with nothing at all apart from AWP. Yeah. They don't have the incendiaries to. They have a couple of smoke grenades to knock off the initial choke points. But when the execution comes in, right, you have no incendiaries to actually hold them off. But we just said that Chris J.
Yeah, the glass cannon pays off, and Chris J gets that opening kill. Of course, it's the analyst's curse, Henry. It's happening to you, mate.
It's such a tough call, right? Because if you make this round work, you're like, yeah, of course we can make it work.
Yeah,
but if you fail, you're like, okay, maybe we should have done one more eco and get the utility.
I assume when you have a map in the bag, you're on the easiest. Arguably the easiest side of the map. That's when I think you play out the full eco, and then you work on the full gun rounds and making sure you take your team's
They're taking too long here. I mean, they're going for the default. Crochet picks off the lurker towards B storage. They force the A storage play in A frag size, but then they take too long to go for it. And here it is, E-frag all over the bomb site. They are knocking on the door though, mousesports. However, they need to break through that door. And so far, they are taking their time. They're going for the coordination. You've got to respect that. Chris is going to go for the rotate at the moment. But E-frag are holding on to this very, very well. And look at this. We're going to get a 4-man save. I really like this. I really, really like this from mousesports.
It's a chance for them to stabilize the economy and actually have that utility going.
I was just going to say, so in terms of what Henry just said, this round was actually a free round because if you commit to this round, you go all in. But in case they play their sides correctly, they win this round or they save the guns and get what Henry wanted. So
yeah, so they're going to next round. They have the guns. Yeah. They have to sort out Speedy. He can probably get a Famous. He'll be fine. These guys now get the defuse kit to get some. They get the incendiaries. You can see Speedy buying them. There's 2 there. It's so vital on cash as well. You need the smoke grenades to lock off the choke points at the start of the round. You can't allow them to rush. It's when they execute onto the bomb side, the incendiary becomes important. It's such a key factor on this map.
And the thing is that's a very retakeable site, and I have to emphasize, it's incredibly rare that we see teams with the presence of mind with 4 players left alive in a spot like that to actually save, and it is the right call because you go into the next round with a higher percentage to win when you're facing a reset on the economy. So very well done by mousesports, but they need to bring it back here.
Yeah, so it's a big round coming in, pivotal within the context of the game. Mousesports haven't done that 4 save, and you can see that we've got Dennis in the crossfire, going to get 2. Spider is going to take him down, and then Spiddy is going to answer back before Bubble gets him. So 3 on 2 now in favour of mousesports, but the bomb is going to go down, absolutely, and it's in a nice open area, so Bubble's going to move towards the back of that A bomb site, looking in the main, and while that happens, it is next the monster who's going to get the headshot to Dreamer, a man who might be a monster himself. Bubble, though, intelligently, he's sort of pushing through in the smoke. They're going to see him there. They don't really know where he is. You can see nobody knows where they are. This is like Blind Man's Buff, if anyone plays that anymore, but it is next.
Blind Man's
Yeah, it was a kids' game in the 1920s.
I remember it.
No one is going to get the clutch. Look it up, kids. Get on Wikipedia. Doesn't matter. Mousesports are going to get that round.
That just shows testament to what me and Dan just said there. That was a great save for them, taking the 4 guns, investing into the next round, and they're in a much stronger position now. You can see 6k on players, they get a full buy, and that was exactly the right call to make when they're
and a pause.
But I was just going to say, I saw Dennis walking out of the room. I guess he has to pee or something.
Yeah, he must.
I was like,
do you reckon he's been having a few beers as well, Kenny?
Maybe. don't tell the stream. But he was like sneaking out, and I just saw the freeze time ticking down. I was like, are they going to make this pause? Like, who's going to play for him?
I'm probably going to take this opportunity.
So
as
one
well
thing.
Oh my word! Am I the only one who's not broken the seal? Mind you, then again, I've got a bag, haven't I? So. I'm that old.
So another thing there is that, like, I asked you the question before about respecting the buy rounds, and that's what one of those saves is about as well. Like, that's them saying we respect the fact that we trust the fact not only are we on a favorable side with the CT, you know, the way the CT works, but also that we think that we can actually have a strong chance to win on CT if we have a full buy. Instead of going for the retake and just being like, oh, guys, let's go for the retake. They're playing the percentages, which shows that they have an understanding to the game, a respect for the right mindset in playing the percentages.
And it requires a good leader to do that call, because otherwise you're just going to have 4 people who's like, I mean, we could win this if we go for it, but you always need that insanely clever guy who just has the personality to be like, guys, nope, let's fall back, let's get the next round. But a lot of teams, as you say, they don't do that, maybe because they don't have that personality. And a team like Envy, for example, if you have a caller like Happy, I don't see him as the perfect in-game leader in terms of leading a team, both outside and in-game the team. He has some great calls, but I mean, they have players like probably Shucks who's like, you know what, guys? I go click 2 guys, like click, and we retake it.
My man.
So actually, another thing about this, like from the poker world as well, right, is that with poker,
are you trying to transition out of Counter-Strike, Dan?
No, I went from Quake to poker to Quake to Counter-Strike to Quake to Counter-Strike. So it's all in there. Anyway, it's a big amalgamation.
Good for you. Let's talk about poker.
So something that's very important and a very good thing about poker is that in poker you learn to understand, we talked about before, like the way the decision making works when you're thinking about expected value, which is the concept of, from a statistical point of view, what play is going to net me the most value over time. Because if you want to be, if you're in poker, you're looking at winning money. It's about winning money over time and accepting that in certain spots we're going to lose. In certain spots we're going to lose. And the thing is, in Counter-Strike, it can so often be emphasized. It's about this one map. It's about this one match. It's about this one tournament. That you actually abandon your strategy and you become outcome oriented. So you're going to say, we're going to compromise what is the best play to make a worse play because we're afraid that we're going to lose, instead of saying we're going to have the bravery to actually make the best play even though we feel like we're probably still going to lose. Like, you have to you need the consistency, otherwise your results look really weird. And when you actually go back and you're like, you want to improve, and you look at all your results, you didn't have a consistent strategy. So what do you change? If you didn't have a consistent strategy, what do you actually do?
That's why, that's when Counter-Strike and poker gets very interesting. Also in terms of like clutch rounds and such, because theoretically you should do this, but if you do something opposite, in some way you might have a higher chance of actually winning.
Well, in the UK scene,
the beauty of execution.
And Henry knows this. He's only beat me because he's so retarded. If he wasn't so stupid, I wouldn't have won that.
I remember that from...
just to be clear, Henry's never said that, right?
Lies.
But every other UK player has.
But yeah, thank you for pointing that out. That's why Counter-Strike is so much more exciting than poker, because execution is beautiful and it can blow up everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, suboptimal plays can actually be the optimal plays.
The coolest play in Counter-Strike is if you buy 5 weapons in a round where they don't expect you to, and you have 5 decoys, and you drop your AK, so you only have the Glock equipped, and you throw them.
That hasn't been used enough yet, I don't
No, it hasn't.
I think that's a really cool strategy. If you buy 5 AKs and drop, and you just throw your decoys, and it just makes the Glock noise. No one's actually done that ever. Like, I don't think that. I think you could complete your trial by suggesting that. You could actually successfully join SPG.
Do you know what? Lads, do you want to make a team?
Yeah, let's make a team.
Whoa, guys. All right, we just had a really sick mid-opener, right? Sick mid-opener for the A split. However, it's getting thinned out. We've got the E-frag push into the A bomb site. Spinny goes down towards short, so E-frag have made it onto the bomb site in a plus trade, despite it looking kind of shaky a little bit there on mid and doing more with less.
And Chris is going to be able to get one. Doesn't get a second. Oh, wow, you can hear E-frag finally coming alive. I mean, that's the loudest they've been in the series.
That's execution right there. That round was all execution from E-frag. Very well done.
Did you guys see the game of mentality of different approaches of trying to psychological disturb the opponents when Dignitas was playing against Efrag.
I did see some weird
it's
things.
like Efrag wins around, they yell and they do like this. Then MSL wins around, and he's like, hey, come on, you don't know anything. And then Efrag wins another one, then Dignitas wins one, and Pimp's like blinking to them, and he's like, hey, what's up, bro? And
maybe they just wanted to go out for a date.
But that's the fun part of sitting in front of each other, right?
Yeah, that's what I miss, actually.
I love that, yeah.
We'll get more into that after this game, maybe. But yeah, I said to Dennis, I really like the way you've made the playing area like an old school playing area, so players can have that. You know, I understand for the interest of competitive integrity, soundproof booths are optimal for that, but I do miss the sort of atmosphere in the mind games you can play.
I absolutely agree. I think it was a huge factor.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the community, they are so, I don't know, if anyone screams anything, it's like, that bloody retard.
I don't agree with that at all. I think Anders has been calling for like more like trash talk and stuff like that. You don't even have to have trash talk in this one. It's just showing how hyped you are to a team and showing you don't, don't care.
So this like really tops it off for like how awesome this tournament is.
This is another eco here for mousesports, sorry.
Yeah, no, this tops it off, right? Because you have the relaxed atmosphere. This is back to the roots.
Yeah.
This kind of setup. And we should never forget the roots. We can always be very far away from them with our professionalism and the big majors and stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We got majors now for that.
And this is LAN.
Yeah, we got majors for that, man.
It's great to see
I made the point on my show. I do a show called Trash Talk, and I was talking about it. All this Adderall stuff and drugs testing. I was like, if it weren't for a bunch of stoners sat in their bedrooms, esports wouldn't have existed. Like, that's literally what it was, man. You went to someone's house and you had a tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the cool thing. You've been to a lot of Danish events and just in general, like these smaller events. And
HK LAN, brother.
Yeah, exactly, HK LAN. And like 20 people are sitting behind you when you play.
Yeah.
And if you miss that offshot, people are going to be like, holy shit, that dude just missed. And you're like,
I
you
know
can hear that.
You can hear it.
No, I didn't
Do
hear
you want to
that.
know what the worst thing was? So, like, after a couple of days at LAN and everyone's been drinking beer and eating pizza and they get the LAN farts. Have you ever been in a clutch and someone's like farted behind you and that's like all you can smell and you're trying to concentrate?
What about
that bird shit on you? A bird shit on Henry G's head in the middle of a clutch round. It was unbelievable. That happened at Stoneleigh Park, I-34.
Yeah, a bird the size of an eagle took the size of a tennis ball on my head whilst mid-clutch against the player. I think Fox was actually playing. It was a Portuguese team. It was like FM Toxic Sapphire. Fox was playing against me, and a bird shit on my head in a 2-on-1 situation.
So
I won the round.
You still won the round, covered in bird shit.
I still won, but no, it was inside. It was like a big warehouse we're playing in, and a bird was flying around mid-clutch. Won the clutch with bird shit all over my head. And that is a true professional gamer. Yeah. And I stand by that.
That is when Henry G, the legend, was born.
That's amazing.
I'll post a link later on my Twitter.
Right, come on. I'm gonna do the Henry G bit here. Come on, guys. There's a game going on. People don't want to hear about bird shit. Yeah, come on. Let's get back into it. So,
14-10.
14-10. EFrag have come back brilliantly here. What an excellent tee half they've had. But Gobby, we know he is the mastermind. Yeah, they got bank.
The Manolo shoes, my friend.
mousesports need to win this round or their economy is going to be shafted.
Wow.
Take it away, Dan.
All right, so, EFrag want a fast pace to this one. They want to burn that economy away straight up into Spiddy's M4 and Dennis as well. The setup is working quite well. And next is going to come in and chime in for a frag as Bubbles the last man standing. It's 4 players. It's a tall order. He's pretty hench, but I don't think he can carry this on his shoulders.
No, a little bit of a sloppy execute there, I thought, from EFrag. Seemed to be a bit almost overconfident.
I kind of wanted to try and be the clever guy in this situation.
Go for it.
When you're in a situation where you lead 14-10, I don't always feel like the all-in call is the right one. Because in a situation where you look at mousesports economy, it's on 0. So what you admittedly want to do is you want to go and try and play a peek and pick style and get the trades, because you're going to bring down the economy, and maybe you won't win this round, but in the next round, 2 of them is going to have pistol and 1 of them is going to have a FAMAS. And then you're suddenly in a prime position to get 15 and 16. So an all-in call with that, like running through a smoke, 4 guys, I don't really agree with it.
Cadian is correct.
No, he is.
Yeah?
You definitely
got the Dan seal of approval.
Again,
wow, that is very coveted.
Oh, yeah.
Someone record that and send it to SK Gaming. Sign them up, right? But no, you're absolutely right. What they should have done there was something just a bit more slow-paced, a bit more sensible. But I guess they're sort of feeling, maybe mousesports are sort of feeling a bit down on their luck. in a very promising position here. We've just had a player come back from a toilet break. Let's try and catch him cold.
Yeah.
Speaking of toilet, I stood next to Victor at Urana actually.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We
Did
shared
you
a very
really?
special moment. Yeah, and I said, "Are you going to win this map?" And he turned around and looked. He turned around and looked at me and said, "100%." That is a quote. He said 100%.
Had he put it away by that point? Or?
I didn't see anything. I was looking dead ahead.
The question is eye contact. Eye contact or no eye contact?
No, like I didn't make eye. To be fair, I looked at him and said, "Are you going to win?" He just turned to me. I turned away at that stage.
Yeah, whatever, Henry. When are you going to learn about talking to dudes in toilets, man? It never ends.
I just wanted to get some information. I wanted to share it earlier, but here we go then.
Right.
Change the subject.
Massive change of subject. Dennis is going to get that kill on the spy leader, so Mouse battling back here, and you can see that pick style that Cadian was talking about. He probably should have done it around earlier, but actually next, well, that's unlike him. He's going to whip that a little bit, and then Dreamer's going to come out and get that one bullet on the Dennis. It's tit for tat. Spinny's going to get 2. Bubble's going to take down God B. They're so low. Ebro plays, but Dreamer, what is he about? So Chris J, he's coming now. He's at the car. He's going fast. It's going to be called at their low HP. Can Chris J come up clutch for mousesports, or are E-Frag going to go to map point and take it? Potentially to a third. Chris J gets the
Let's go! Dreamer! Yeah! Once again, this guy.
15-11.
Okay.
You'll have to talk to him in the toilets after Henry.
That's what I'm going to go
Maybe we
now.
should do that as a series, like an interview in the toilets with Henry G. So, mate.
I have another question.
Maybe that's where the Henry G Suez thing is from, right?
Yeah.
In the sewers or in the toilet?
In the Suez with Henry G.
I have another question though.
Okay, here we go then.
So, when you play against a team, and for example a player like Speedy is having a tough game,
Yep.
are you making calls out of what Mouse is doing in general, or of that Speedy might be having a bad game and that he could miss some shots?
You can never never single anyone out in this sort of situation. You can't. If you make them feel worse than they already are. These players have been playing CS for 10 years. They know how bad it is not to make frags, and they're already feeling awful. If they're in the team already, when I was playing, I said, guys, I'm letting you down here. Like, I'm going to adjust how I'm playing. I'm going to try and counter that. You can't ever single someone out and say, guys, you're doing something shit.
What I used to do, Cadian, when I was a manager, right? So if you could see someone was having a really bad day at the office, and in fact, Henry will remember this because it got us one of our most famous victories together when we were working together in a team. I could see one player was just getting isolated and exploited and just getting bullied on the map. We basically called a timeout and we just said to him, look, go play somewhere else because they're gonna come looking for you, and if they find somebody who's in form, it's going to wreck them. And eventually we just put him in a place where it was like the easiest optimal
this is going to be it right now. We've got the 4-on-2 coming in. This E-Frag going for the A split, just over the top on mid, into A, 2-on-1.
And it's Chris J again in a 1v2, guys.
He's got to go for the clutch.
No, Dreamer plays it safe. 16-11. GG. We missed a lot of that round 2 answering Cadian's question.